They want the public to know this, that they're committing every single resource to finding the person that killed 2-year-old Blessing Lightner. Let me just show you exactly what we're seeing. Now, Milton hasn't made landfall, but the waves are already pretty big. And that's the message we are definitely hearing throughout the neighborhood, that everyone is praying for Patty's recovery, just trying to make sense of all of this. Back out here, Universal tells us that the ride is scheduled to reopen tomorrow afternoon. Experts say when picking the right place to go for care, it depends on time, money, and even your life. But people tell me those lines can get a little blurry.
Hi, I'm Spencer Tracy, and this is my rescue dog, Winston. He is a poodle mix. He loves belly rubs, loves giving kisses, and he's a runner. He's a runner.
But neighbors say, you know what, we've been through hurricanes, we can get through this. For hours, many residents who lived in this complex were unable to get into their homes. Some with small children, some just getting home from work. Protesters say they will continue to fill this crosswalk in with color. As for the city, they say they are still looking for explanation from FDOT.
So I have my Cheez-It, and I'm gonna try to attempt to kick this ball. Let's see if we can do this live on air. All right, here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. I did it.
A road trip to the most magical place on earth took a scary turn.
All of a sudden, I heard a bang. And like I said, it didn't register that I had been hit. And then I thought it was a rock.
Last week, China Higgins and her family were driving on the Florida Turnpike from Massachusetts. She says they were an hour away from Disney World near the Leesburg exit when the unthinkable happened. This large battery came flying through her windshield. Higgins was the one driving and was seriously hurt.
I don't know how I was able to pull over on the side of the road and not crash, not freak out. I think Jesus took the wheel that day, if I'm honest. And I don't know. I'm blessed, honestly.
What was your reaction when you saw the battery and how big it was?
I'm grateful. I thought it was a rock. Like I said, still processing all of it. I'm just thankful that I can see.
Higgins says when that battery came into her car, it hit her dashboard first, then her left eye. She believes this is what saved her life. Florida Highway Patrol says it was a cordless power tool battery that hit Higgins' eye and eventually fell into her lap.
I couldn't tell if it had been kicked up off the road or came out of a work truck, but honestly, the battery was fully charged, so I think someone might be missing a battery.
Higgins says it's a miracle that she only needed 11 stitches and still managed to make it safely to Disney for a trip they'll never forget. Spencer Tracy, West 2 News.
And Spencer, this man lives right across the street from the home that collapsed.
Stuart, he does, and he was looking out of that window right behind me, and what he saw was the absolute unthinkable.
You said the structure collapsed?
Yeah, I'm looking out the window and it's gone. I mean, it's collapsed on them. The garage is done, the part of the house is done, and there's an older couple. I don't know if anybody was there or not.
A partially collapsed house is what Rick Parks was looking at. That's when the state of panic kicked in.
When you saw that house, what was your first instinct?
Grabbed my phone. Well, my phone was in my pocket, so I grabbed it and dialed 911.
Seminole County Fire Rescue says Parks was one of 2 people in the neighborhood to call 911. For both callers, their concern was if anyone was inside that partially collapsed home.
I mean, it's right across the street from me, and I don't see any vehicles on the road or anything, so I'm not sure where they'd be.
Officials say it was a miracle that the couple living in that home and people nearby were all okay. In an emergency situation like this, Parks says it's all about checking in on your neighbors, and that's what he did by calling 911.
Everybody's okay and a lot of damage, but you can repair the damage, you can't repair the lives. So.
And neighbors tell us they've been through a lot of hurricanes here, and now a tornado. They say they can get through hurricanes, they can get through this. They're sticking together, they're helping these families that are affected, and we've seen them throughout the neighborhood. We've even seen people kind of coming by, checking on these homeowners, asking them if they need anything during this really hard time. I'm covering Seminole County live in Longwood. Spencer Tracy, West 2 News.